Ladies and gentlemen, the feature match on Impact Wrestling is for the Impact World Tag Team Championship, scheduled for one fall. Introducing first the challenger from Boston, Massachusetts, Eddie Edwards.
Eddie Edwards is a former world champion, a 5-time world tag team champion, but tonight he's in uncharted territory. Eddie Edwards and his opponent for Rebellion, the world champion Tessa Blanchard. These two could become tag team champions here tonight, further taking us into deeper water of uncharted territories.
I'm taking back what's mine. You can't hold me down. I am the fire.
Undeniable.
His tag team partner from Charlotte, North Carolina. She is the Impact World Champion, Tessa Blanchard.
Tessa Blanchard told Eddie Edwards last week, I don't need your help. I don't need assistance from anybody. I got to the top on my own, and I'll stay here on my own. Tessa might have wanted to thank Eddie Edwards for helping her with the North, but maybe Eddie wanted to thank Tessa for helping him with the North earlier in the night. Nonetheless, if these two can get on the same page here tonight, they can become tag team champions of the world.
And their opponents from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. They are the Impact World Tag Team Champions, Josh Alexander and Ethan Page. Good North.
Ethan Page on the left, Josh Alexander on our right as you look at them on the screen. The longest reigning World Tag Team Champions in Impact Wrestling history. Nobody's done it longer, and perhaps nobody's done it better. Can Ethan Page and Josh Alexander defeat the all-star team of Eddie Edwards and Tessa Blanchard? Can Tessa and Eddie work as a team, or will they be picked apart? We'll find out. Our main event is right after this. Welcome back to Impact Wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen, we are moments away for our main event for the Impact Wrestling World Tag Team titles. The champions, the North, against the challengers, Eddie Edwards and Tessa Blanchard. Last week it was Eddie one-on-one with Josh Alexander. Ethan Page got involved after the match, at the conclusion of the match, and Tessa came out and made the save. That set up a match between Ethan Page and Tessa Blanchard. Eddie Edwards got involved, and now here we are tonight in a tag team match, and if Eddie and Tessa can work together, they can become tag team champions. Madison, I don't think that Eddie is going to have a problem working with Tessa. I think the problem is with Tessa working with Eddie.
You know, I just noticed here, and I don't know if you picked up on this, before the bell rang, the North stood there in their corner confidently, not speaking to one another. Eddie and Tessa were still, it appeared to be trying to get on the same page, get their game plan in order. I don't know how they're going to work together as a cohesive unit tonight.
Nice deep arm drag there by Eddie Edwards. I guess we'll see how frequently they tag, and to that point, there's the first tag of the match. Here comes Tessa Blanchard. And I said I don't think Eddie will have a problem working with Tessa. I think Tessa will have a problem working with Eddie. So we'll see how quickly Tessa tags to Eddie Edwards. Look, she wants the spotlight. It's been proven. She's the world champion. It's not, I'm not running down Tessa or saying anything about her, but she wants the spotlight on her at all times. Okay, maybe Tessa doesn't want the help of Eddie Edwards, but should she trust Eddie Edwards? Can she trust Eddie Edwards?
I mean, I think at this point in the game, she can trust Eddie. I don't know that she doesn't want Eddie's help. I think every night she feels like she needs to prove herself in the ring.
Nice tilt-a-whirl head scissors moments ago by Tessa Blanchard, and she's proving herself here tonight with Josh Alexander looking for a DDT out of the corner, and Alexander puts on the brakes. And Josh Alexander uses his strength and his power. Tessa Blanchard uses her agility, slips out the back. Big-time clothesline, but not enough to rock the bigger Alexander over the top rope. This one cannot either. And Josh Alexander just throws the champion to the canvas. She does not like to be embarrassed. And perhaps Alexander did just that. And now, this time Tessa gets him. and you can hear the roar of the champion.
We've seen this before.
Tessa Blanchard off the ropes, and Ethan Page with an interception. Ethan Page steps in front of Tessa Blanchard. Now she can go make a tag to Eddie there. Alexander, where did he come from? Josh Alexander slipped all the way from the other side of the ring. Eddie Edwards trying to get involved, and he's knocked down for his efforts. And Tessa Blanchard comes fighting back. So I'm not looking to TMZ this up, but at no point since she's been in the ring for the past 3 or 4 minutes has she even looked to make a tag to Eddie Edwards.
No, I think she's still trying to prove that she can do this, that she's got it under control, that she doesn't need to tag out.
Well, she fell into the corner there, and Eddie was able to tag himself in. Eddie takes down Ethan Page, and Eddie with a shot to Josh Alexander. I asked if Tessa could trust Eddie. They are opponents, folks, at Rebellion for the World's Championship in a triple threat match with Michael Logan. Eddie Edwards lighting up the chest of Josh Alexander. Here comes Ethan Page, and Page is starting to get caught for his efforts. Big time chop there. Eddie Edwards is in control after tagging in. Baseball slide in the corner, ducks one line and connects with another. Look at Eddie go. Inverted atomic drop. Overhead belly to belly. Is he the next world champion? And perhaps this is not what Tessa wanted, to have Eddie build momentum, to have Eddie start to hit his stride before they compete for the world title. Keep him cold, keep him on ice. Josh Alexander sidestepped. Eddie Edwards is so dangerous, folks, that Tessa tagged herself in. Eddie had momentum in his hands. Tessa tagged herself in.
I'm not sure that was the best move for Tessa.
She's legal with Josh Alexander, and Tessa Blanchard is perched high above the ring. And Tessa takes down the North. She's got momentum now as our main event tag team championship match rolls on Impact Wrestling on AXS TV. Welcome back to Impact Wrestling. We've taken our final commercial break. This is our main event for the World Tag Team titles. It's Tessa Blanchard and Eddie Edwards versus Josh Alexander and Ethan Page of the North. And for the first time in this match, an actual hand-to-hand tag by the challengers. Eddie started, Tessa got in, Eddie came back. Do you think now they are a team?
I think at this point they realize that they can't look past tonight into Rebellion. They've got to look at what's in front of them right now, and that's the North, the World Tag Team Champions.
With the tag team titles on the line, and they can become champions here tonight. That would really add a wrinkle to Rebellion. Eddie Edwards looking for a top rope Hurricane Rana in the wrong part of town. Ooh. As Ethan Page saved another one for his team. Alexander comes flying in with the knee, hooks the outside leg, and Eddie Edwards kicks out at 2. What a night, folks, it's been here on Impact Wrestling. And next week, next Tuesday night on AXS TV, Sami Callihan and Ken Shamrock make it official. They signed the contract for their match at Rebellion. Remember, no physical contact between those two if they want to meet at Rebellion. Also our main event, Taya Valkyrie goes one-on-one with Tennille Dashwood. All that and more next week right here on Impact Wrestling. You coming back next week?
Huh?
Are you coming back to join us on commentary next week?
Absolutely, Josh. There's nowhere I'd rather be.
Well, I have some advice for you. How about don't have a match next week? I feel like your plate's too full. Don't worry about having a match. Just worry about being here on commentary with me. It'll be a great 2 hours next week on AXS TV.
You know, why don't we shake things up a little bit? Why don't you get in the ring? Why don't you pull double duty next week?
Oh, big shot there by Josh Alexander on Eddie Edwards in the corner. I'm perfectly fine right here, calling the action as Josh Alexander is staring a hole through the world champion, and she's got a temper. He knows that. Would you say that's the only chink in the armor of Tessa Blanchard is her temper?
I think so. I think otherwise she's so sound and so solid that it may just be her temper, maybe a little bit of ego here and there.
And now it's Ethan Page who is tormenting Tessa Blanchard on the apron. She's not used to being in tag team matches in Impact Wrestling. She's not used to having to watch and perhaps see her team starting to fall behind, and she wants to get involved, and I don't think you can fault Tessa for that, wanting to be involved in the action.
You know, that's a great point. Of the 4 competitors in this match, Tessa is the one with the least amount of tag team experience.
Think about the fact that North the longest, and there's Ethan Page showing his ego, blowing a kiss to Tessa. Ethan Page and Josh Alexander, longest reigning tag team champions in Impact Wrestling history. Eddie Edwards is a 5-time World Tag Team Champion. He knows how to compete in a tag team match. And you can see Eddie there reaching for Tessa. He wants to get her back involved in this match. He needs a breather. He needs his partner here in this main event championship match, and somewhere Michael Elgin is watching this match as Eddie continues to take a beating at the hands of the North. Eddie slips out the back, reaching for the, no, goes for the Hurricane Rana to take down the champions. Can he make the tag? Can Tessa Blanchard get involved?
They seem to be working as a team right now. She's reaching for him, he's reaching for her, and he makes the tag.
Here comes Tessa Blanchard. Here comes the world champion. Crossbody takes down the North. Tessa's starting to get going here. Hurricane Rana to Ethan Page. The champions are off balance. And Tessa Blanchard, earlier she tried to clothesline him out of the ring. Now she was looking for putting, Alexander on her shoulders. But that missed opportunity leads to this. Tessa Blanchard's on fire. Can she get this going here? There's one for Ethan Page.
She's on a roll now, Josh.
There's one for Alexander. And Tessa Blanchard is on fire. Page is back in the ring. Cutter. Page is down. Tessa flies into the cover. Hooks the outside leg and a near fall. She was that close. Look into the eyes of the desperate champion. Tessa Blanchard, former Knockouts champion, world champion, could become a Triple Crown winner here tonight. Could become a Grand Slam champion if she ever goes after the X Division title. And the North just run through. What a shot there by Ethan Page. And Josh Alexander takes down Eddie Edwards. And you've talked to Tessa in the past. You know that these are the matches that she craves. These are the matches that she wants.
She loves to be the underdog.
And now Tessa looking for a body scissors here on Alexander. He puts the brakes on that. And now look at the cutter and the assist and the wheelbarrow suplex by Josh Alexander and a kick out by Tessa Blanchard. Madison, part of being the underdog is taking a beating, and Tessa does that in almost every match.
I don't know how she kicked out of that. She's got to be running just on sheer adrenaline right now.
Last week she faced Ethan Page in the main event. And now here tonight, she's dealing with both members of the North, with Eddie Edwards as her tag team partner. And Eddie, one of Tessa's opponents at Rebellion, comes to her aid as her partner here tonight. And now they're working together. Much like Madison Rain said earlier tonight, meeting of the minds in the center of the ring. Pump kick by Ethan Page. Back kick, roundhouse mixed. And Eddie, what a shot by Josh Alexander. Cutter by Tessa Blanchard. The action's so fast, so furious. Tessa's legal. Eddie's on the other side of the ring. It's broken down in Atlanta. And how's this gonna end? And you know who's got a smile on their face right now? Michael Elgin. And why wouldn't he? He's watching his opponents for Rebellion beat the hell out of themselves against the North. You think Elgin's chances of becoming champion are growing by the day?
I think they might be, but what is it going to say for Tessa and Eddie if they walk into Rebellion as tag team champions?
Great point. What a throw there by Eddie Edwards. That may happen here tonight. We're on the edge of our seats, folks. In this tag team champion interception by Ethan Page. Tessa trying to pull herself up. Page goes for a ride to the outside. Josh Alexander gets the elbow up. Runs through the champion. Missed with the kick, and Eddie Edwards delivers the clothesline. Ethan Page is on the floor. Tessa with a kick. Tessa and Eddie showing what they can do as a team. Tiger Bomb, cover, no cover. Tessa Blanchard, she caught him. She destroyed Josh Alexander and a kick out.
She was a fraction of a second away from her and Eddie Edwards becoming tag team champions.
Eddie Edwards spills to the floor. Tessa Blanchard, she's looking for Magnum. She's looking to put away Josh Alexander. Up top, Magnum, and Alexander catches her out of midair. And Josh Alexander runs Tessa into the top turnbuckle. Ethan Page is now in. Look at Tessa Blanchard, caught between the champions. Oh, thunderous shot. Page with the cover. And Eddie Edwards, did he break it up? Did he break it up? Eddie breaks it up in two. And Eddie sent to the floor. Tessa's legal, but she is in trouble.
I think the North thought they had it won there.
They certainly did. And here comes Josh Alexander. Now he's legal with Tessa Blanchard. And the North, this is their signature move. Tessa's able to fight free, goes through the legs. She keeps on fighting. She's got Ethan Page up. Legs are shaking. She got him. Tessa Blanchard continues to roll, can she? She couldn't get Alexander earlier. Now with less energy in the tank, she can't get him again. Tessa with a DDT. Tilt-a-whirl DDT in the center of the ring. Tessa Blanchard is proving a point here tonight. Will she make a tag? Should she make a tag?
She absolutely should. Eddie's fresh. He's ready to go. He's on his feet.
Tessa Blanchard is fingertips away from Eddie Edwards.
No. What is she doing?
Tessa Blanchard is hesitating. Tessa is...
Make the tag!
She turned her back on Eddie Edwards. Eddie shot down. The North swing through. Why didn't she make the tag? Josh Alexander into Eddie Edwards yet again.
This is the breakdown we worried about with these two.
And now, Ethan Page plants Tessa. And after all of that, the North have pinned Tessa Blanchard.
Here are your winners and still Impact World Tag Team Champions, the North.
All she had to do was make the tag. I don't criticize Tessa very much, but her ego cost her becoming tag team champion tonight.
She's done it for so long by herself. She's only had herself to trust. She's learned to only trust her instincts. Trust herself. She's a rattlesnake.
Well, the Rattlesnake had a chance to be champion with an ally when she needed it most.
Tessa Blanchard's down. Eddie Edwards is putting the pieces together, asking, why didn't you just make the tag? But to my point, Tessa Blanchard has fought for so long on her own. She got to the top on her own. Let's listen in. Oh, did you hear what she said? Tessa Blanchard just said, I know what you really want, Eddie. She knows that Eddie only wants the world championship.
Tessa's paranoia might cost her everything.
Is it paranoia? Is it drive? Is it focus? To paraphrase Henry Rollins, I don't believe in fate or destiny. I believe in hatred, paranoia, and abandonment. How much can you take?
I don't know what any of that means. All I know is that tonight, Tessa's pride and ego cost her the tag team championship.